Wanna play?
Here's Johnny!
I need a bigger boat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Whoa. What's this? This is new. Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to Wanna Play. My name is James McKenna, and today we'll take a look at this. I got a new background. How about that? Is it pretty cool? Do you have any pet peeves about posters being all weird and stuff? I don't know. Well, yeah, take a look. Pretty good background. The other one was all like slanted and weird, and I had no clue how to fix it, so I just got myself a new one. But today we're going to be doing another ranking video. If I didn't already say it, my name is James McKenna. So today we're going to be ranking every movie in the Hellraiser franchise. Now this is the first franchise that I've ranked where a lot of people probably don't even know that it's in a franchise. Hellraiser 1 is super famous, Hellraiser 2 kind of, but then the rest are just like, nobody knows about them. It's Hellraiser. How are you supposed to know about Hellraiser? Most of these movies are pretty bad, but I actually did enjoy a lot of them, which is why I'm here to rank them for you. There's not nearly as many Hellraiser ranking videos on YouTube as there is with the other franchises that I've ranked. So yeah, I decided, let's just rank the Hellraiser franchise, because I've seen them all, so let's just do it. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 10, yes, there are 10 of these, is Hellraiser Revelations. Now, this one has some fine kills, fine gore, but other than that, it's one of the worst movies that I've ever seen. This movie is absolutely terrible. Not only my least favorite in the franchise, but maybe my least favorite that I've ever seen. This movie is so unbelievably terrible. None of the characters are memorable in the slightest bit. So much so that I googled them right before I shot this, but I still don't remember any of their names. This is the least memorable in the franchise, except for the fact that Pinhead is there. But even then, this is the worst Pinhead ever. Doug Bradley, the man who always plays Pinhead, turned the role down after reading the script. And that's pretty big considering all the crap he signed up with before. So, yeah, the new Pinhead in this one is absolutely garbage. So, it automatically really makes it the worst because it is literally one of the worst movies ever made. And at number 9 is Hellraiser Deader. Yup, that's the title of one of the Hellraiser movies, Hellraiser Deader. Wow, very creative right there, guys. Hellraiser Deader suffers from pretty much the exact same reasons that Revelations did. It's just a terrible movie, one of the worst I've ever seen. Pinhead is fine in this one, it's not the worst Pinhead in the series, that definitely goes to Revelations. But just like Revelations, none of the characters are memorable in this in the slightest. This is probably the second least memorable, maybe the most least memorable in the entire franchise because it's not memorable at all. I don't remember a single thing from this movie. At least Revelations gave us that Pinhead that was absolutely terrible. I remember that, and there was a part in Revelations where it was kind of like found footage. I kind of remember that. But this is by far the least remembered movie in the entire franchise, and it has the stupidest name. Hellraiser Deader? What? And once again, for the exact same reasons as number 10 and number 9, number 8 is Hellraiser Hellseeker because I don't remember a single bit of this entire movie. It once again has a pretty terrible title, Hellraiser Hellseeker. Wow, so original, guys. This movie is absolutely terrible because once again, I don't remember a single bit of it. I think there's a reporter in there somewhere, but that might be Deader. I don't know. This one is once again completely immemorable, I guess. Is that a word? Immemorable? If it is, then that's this is the perfect movie to describe it like that. This movie is not memorable in the slightest bit. It has a terrible title. It's a terrible movie altogether. Pinhead is fine, but I don't remember anything that he does. So yeah, number 8, Hellraiser Hellseeker. And coming in at number 7 is easily, and I mean easily, my most controversial pick on this list because it's this low, and everybody seems to really like this one. But number 7 is going to be Hellraiser Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. If there's going to be one where I get the most comments about, it's going to be this one, because if anybody's seen this and the original, then everybody likes it as much, if not more. A lot of people say that this one is even better than the original Hellraiser, but I don't agree with that. This movie's fine, at least it's memorable. There's a lot of memorable stuff and characters in it. You have Frank and Julia from the original returning, as well as Kirsty. You got this mute chick in the hospital. And, I don't know, it's a fine movie, but the ending is just so weird. They have all the characters running through hell, and don't ask me what the ending of this movie is. It's so confusing. You have the Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Devil, or whatever, that looks absolutely god-awful. So, yeah, if there's one movie that's gonna give me the most hate, it's gotta be this one. Hellraiser Hellbound at number 7. Okay, luckily we're now getting into movies that I actually do enjoy, because number 6 is Hellraiser Bloodline, the 4th Hellraiser movie in the franchise. This movie I honestly think is really good. Everybody hates it as much as the next person, but I do think that is a very creative movie. It takes place in 3 different timelines, though. That's the weird thing about it. It takes place in 18th century France, the 1900s, and like 2200 or something. It's really weird like that. It tells the story of somebody who invented the puzzle box, which is fine. I mean, nobody really asked that question, who made the puzzle box, but it tells a story about that, and it says how his bloodline is cursed forever because of it, and it shows 3 generations of the Pinhead box creator family. I think it's fine. The settings are all great for me. I like the first couple minutes of the movie, how it's in France, and then I like the 1990s setting, and then I also like the weird spaceship setting in space in the future. So, yeah, that is why this is kind of high on the list, because I actually do like it a lot more than other people do. This is probably going to be the second most controversial pick on this list, because number 5 is going to be Hellraiser Hellworld. Everybody hates this one. Oh my god, everybody said this one is unwatchable. This one is the absolute worst movie I've ever seen. The characters are terrible. The twist makes no sense. But it's a Hellraiser movie. You expect the twist to make any sense? This one is fine for me. I do like the characters. I'm probably the only one you're ever gonna hear saying that I like the characters in Hellraiser 8. But it is fine. The characters are good and all. Pinhead is kind of wasted in this one. I'm pretty sure this one is Doug Bradley's last role as the character. And it's definitely not going out with a bang. He's more of a slasher character in this one. He just comes out, makes a couple quips here and there. But overall, I think the story of this one is fine. The fact that the kids are playing a computer game and they're going to this house, but then the murderer actually turns out to be the dad of their dead friend who's trying to take revenge on them, and he staged this whole party. I think that's a fine movie, a fine concept for the Hellraiser series. Very original one, too, despite the fact this one literally came out 3 months. That's it. 3 months after Deader. I do think that this is a fitting entry into the Hellraiser franchise. And at number 4 is going to be part 3, Hell on Earth. This movie is bonkers. It's amazing because of one bit. The ending stretch. Oh my god, when Pinhead arrives at that bar restaurant thing, he kills everybody in it in the most brutal way possible. It's a sick scene, and the kills in this one are just so good. And it's off the walls, as I said. I mean, the Cenobites are weird. They replace Butterball Chatterer, the female one, with CD Face, Barbed Wire Fatty, and Camera Head. But this movie is just off the walls, bonkers crazy. It's amazing. You have some of the most iconic bits in the franchise, and it's definitely fitting of being number 4 because it's just incredible. It's insane, and I really recommend you check it out. Coming in at number 3 is probably the most divisive movie in the franchise. That's the 10th entry, and that's Hellraiser Judgment. This is amazing. You'd think it would be absolute crap because, once again, Doug Bradley doesn't return to play Pinhead, and it was directed by the same guy who directed Revelations. But this one is absolutely off the rails. You have this new character called the Auditor, who's one of the best characters in the franchise in my mind. It's a great character, so what he does is he takes evil people into his evil lair and sees how evil they are, and it's really weird because there's this big fat dude who pukes up everything, and Doug Bradley doesn't return to play Pinhead, but I honestly think that this movie is better suited without a Doug Bradley Pinhead. It looks way better than the dude in Revelations, and it's such a different character that I don't think that Doug Bradley was really necessary for this Pinhead. It even has Heather Langenkamp in it. What? Why is she there as a landlady for no reason? I don't know. She just is. Heather Langenkamp is in this movie, and not only that, but our good friend in the horror community, Rotten Tomatoes, even has this as the second highest in the franchise with a 50%. That's actually amazing because I'm pretty sure 2 of these movies had flat out zeros. So, yeah, that's how you know that this is a great franchise. But this is a really good movie. It's insane, and once again, I really highly recommend you that you check it out. Coming in at number 2 is going to be another controversial pick, because number 2, the second greatest Hellraiser of all time, is Hellraiser Inferno. Hellraiser Inferno is almost like the Halloween 3 of the series, because Pinhead is literally only in one scene. It focuses on this reporter who's done so much evil and is basically being tortured by Pinhead, but he doesn't know that it's Pinhead. It's his boss or whatever, and he keeps seeing visions of stuff, and it's kind of weird, but I do think that the detective storyline is something brand new for the Hellraiser franchise. Well, not anymore. I mean, there's been a million detective ones now, but this is the first one, and it is very obvious that it wasn't supposed to be a Hellraiser movie. They just slapped Pinhead in the box in it to make some more money. It was originally supposed to be called Inferno or something, it should be a detective story, but they just launched Pinhead in here, and I think that's a good thing for the Hellraiser franchise, because although it wasn't even supposed to be a Hellraiser movie, I think it turned out really good with the Hellraiser elements, and the characters are really memorable in here too. I mean, you have the detective and you have his family, and I think that they really made you care for the detective and his family, and when his family gets sprung up on that weird board thing that came out in the second one, and they disintegrate, that's one of the best kills in the franchise. You got a bunch of iconic moments from Pinhead in here, which is why I believe it's number 2, because I really enjoyed this movie. Fun fact about Inferno, it was actually my favorite Hellraiser for a while, literally all the way up until I rewatched the original Hellraiser to do the walkthrough on it. Because number 1 is Hellraiser, the original. Obviously, it should be no surprise, even though I literally have stated before that it's not my favorite. It is absolutely the best Hellraiser there is. You got amazing gore, you got an amazing storyline, definitely the best storyline in the franchise. And Pinhead and the Cenobites aren't even the main villains. Julia and Frank are. You don't even realize that when you go to rewatch this because you've seen all the other ones and you're like, oh, well, Pinhead's the main guy in this, obviously. But no, it's Julia and Frank, and I think it's amazing. Kirsty is one of the best final girls of all time. That should just go without any question. This movie is just an all-out classic from the beginning to end. There isn't too many memorable bits. I mean, every single time Pinhead says a line is memorable and amazing.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. We have such sights to show you. We'll tear your soul apart.
But This movie is just awesome. Easily the best in the franchise by far. Number one of all the Hellraiser movies has to be the original Hellraiser. Thanks for watching my first video in this new studio background that I just made. And thanks for watching my Hellraiser ranking. Next up is going to be on Friday. We're going to be looking at Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's edition. And I think the next ranking video we're going to do is every single movie in the Carrie franchise, which I don't think anybody has done on YouTube before. So that's going to be fun. We're going to rank all the Carries. You should know the order by now. It's a pretty easy order. But yeah, thank you for watching my ranking on the Hellraiser franchise. Let me know what other franchises you want to see me rank. So, yeah, until Halloween 2 and Carrie, thank you for watching, goodbye, and good night, bang.